नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये. This is the first shlokam of Bharatam. And we said it is more than how many verses? 100,000. 24,000 is Ramayanam. More than 100,000 is Bharatam. And there is Vyasar Kuttu, there and every 1000th verse will be there. That is 8,800. Pilayar Kuttu. Vyasar Mudichu, it's called. Vyasar Mudichu. Vyasar Granthi. We stopped around, after coming to that part of the story where Ganesha is writing, and then he talks about Vyasar Mudichu and 8,800 out there. Around that time we stopped. And we said the entire 100,000 verses is about Dharmam. Did we say that or not? We saw that, no? Right? So this is about Dharmam. All 8,800 verses, all the entire Mahabharatam, if you see, it is all about Dharmam. And what is Bharatam like? It is like, if you have curds, you get water out of curds. After you churn the curd, what do you get? Butter, you get butter, right? Like that, in the Vedas, there is Upanishad. Medicines, among medicines, suppose somebody gives Amridam, how it will be? Or, among four-legged animals, the cow, like that, among all Itihasas, this is a Maha-Itihasam, Bharatam, which I said. Maha-Itihasam means it contains all the dharmas. It is a Mahaprayaschittam. We went into all the detailed benefits that accrue out of listening to Bharatam last time. So while I tell the story in English, in between I will give you a few verses here and there in Sanskrit so that you get the mood and the music of the original. But I'll try as much as possible to stick to English only. But in between I'll try and tell you a few verses like I am going to do now. Let me see. Right. श्लोकम व्याप्नु गृह्णीत तथार्थ श्लोकमेव वा अपिपादम पठेन नित्यम न च निर्भारतो भवेत्. Vyasa says from Bharatam, read one shlokam a day at least. If not, read half a shlokam a day at least. If not, even a part of that you read a day at least. But don't let a day go without Bharatam. So says Vyasa. Alright. And he says in another place, श्रावयिष्यन्ति ये विप्रा ये च शोष्यन्ति मानवाः सर्वथा वर्तमाना वै न ते शोच्याः कृताकृतैः. The people, the scholars who make people listen to this Bharatam, and the people who actually listen to the Bharatam, both of them need not have any fear or any worry about what they are doing is the done thing or is not the done thing, and what they have done is the right thing or not the right thing. They need have no fear. So says Vyasa. Then he goes on to say, Yaidam Bharatam Rajan Vachakaya Prechati Tena Sarva Mahi Datta Bhavet Sagara Mekhala. This is more from the very selfish point of view, my own. Here he says, he who tells Bharatam to people, I suppose it's the entire Bharatam, I merely started. He who does a gift of telling the story of Bharatam to people, he gets the equivalent of having gifted this entire world along with all the oceans and the entire world fully. If one has to give a gift, that is the kind of gift, the merit that you get by telling the Bharatam. Right, now this Bharatam, as I said, how does it come to be told? We said Vyasa saw it, Ganesha wrote it, right? All stories always start from the end. In the sense, after the end of Mahabharatam, when everything was finished, there were some 7 or 8 Kshatriyas left, that's all. out of the entire population of Kshatriyas. There was Bhubharam, no? Bhuma Devi was feeling the burden. That burden had to be reduced. Therefore, the Bharatam war took place. Everybody died except handful. Right? So, in the end, Vyasa, after even Krishna and Pandavas have all left and gone to the Paralokam, then he writes the Mahabharata as a flashback, because he is the perpetrator of his entire story. Vyasa. Vyasa recounts the entire story of Bharatam after the Swargarohanam of Pandavas and everything. The entire story is over. But Vyasa is the perpetrator of this entire story. Let us remember, we will come to it later. He is the beginning, he is the middle, he is the end. Alright? Now, when this entire Mahabharatam is over, Pandavas are almost dead, right? Abhimanyu is dead. You know Abhimanyu? Have you heard of Abhimanyu? Arjuna's son. We'll come to it later. Abhimanyu has got a wife. She's carrying a child. The child is almost killed. Even that child in the womb is almost killed by Ashwatthama. Krishna saves the child. That child is Parikshit. Parikshit is cursed to be killed by a snake because he makes a mistake with a rishi. Parikshit dies by snake bite after having listened to Bhagavatam. Right? Shuka tells the Bhagavatam to Parikshit. He knows he is going to die. What should I do? Tells him the entire Bhagavatam. Right? And when Parikshit dies by a snake bite, his son Janamejaya, he is so angry, he does a Sarpayagam. He does a huge sacrifice and starts killing systematically all the snakes.
So Arjuna's son is Abhimanyu, Abhimanyu's son is Parikshit, Parikshit's son is Janamejaya, Janamejaya is the Yagam to
Sarpayagam. Now what happens if you do Jiva Himsa? He is doing Jiva Himsa. Jiva Himsa. He contracts 18 types of diseases. That is merely the first installment. Right? It is going to be a terrible time because he is accumulated sin. He committed. So, to overcome these diseases and to overcome the sin, Vyasa's disciple Vaishampayana comes to that place and tells him the Bharatam. So Vyasa's disciple is Vaishampayana. Vaishampayana is a very famous Vishnu Sahasranama, etc. You will come. Vaishampayana Vaja. Okay? Yeah. Vaishampayana. Also in Kadambari, a great work by Bhanabhatta, and the parrot is named Vaishampayana. Vaishampayana tells the story to Janamejaya, Bharatam. And when he is telling the story, there is a storyteller called Sautikan. Ugra Shava is his name. Sutan Tamil Cholva. Sutan. He is of that caste who are storytellers. Yeah, it is that certain thing. But in this case, his family is the business of telling stories. He is my category. He is a storyteller. And his father was Loma Harshana. His father, Loma Harshana means these horripilations you get in the skin. Have you seen? Like that. Loma Harshana, when he used to tell the story, when he used to tell the stories of Puranas, he used to get horripilations. That's why he's called Loma Harshana. His son is Sutan, Sautika Muni. Sautika Muni hears the story of Bharatam being told by whom to whom? Vaishampayana to Janamejaya. He is listening. And having listened to it completely, he is in terrific joy.
What is Sautika's name?
Sutan, his name is Ugra Shava. Okay, but he is always referred to as Suta. He goes all over all the kshetrams, finally comes to Kurukshetra, and for Kurukshetra something tells him he has to come to Naimisharanyam. He comes to a kshetram called Naimisharanyam, where Shaunaka's ashram is there in Naimisharanyam. He is called Kulapati among rishis. And that title is given to one who has who takes care of the needs of more than 10,000 Agnihotris. Such a person he is, and he is also doing what is called a Satrayagam. A terrific Yagam. Satrayagam is a Yagam which is being doing in Naimisharanyam along with so many Agnihotric priests for more than 12 years continuously. Terrific vows, austerity has to be observed. During the course of this, no mistakes can occur. It is a very rigorous discipline. Tapas has to be done to do this Yagam. For 12 years they are continuously doing it. And thousands of people have to be fed every day. It is done entirely for the welfare of humanity. Like that, a Yagam is taking place there. And to that ashramam, Sutar comes in a great joy, with his hair standing on end. He just can't control his joy, and he comes to that place. And Shaunaka welcomes him to his ashram, to Naimisharanyam. Okay? And then they look at him and they see, what is it? I mean, where are you coming from? And whenever these people have got so much, this Yagam is so much hard work, they always take a break. They take a break. In the morning they get up, they have to do the snanam in the river, they have to do japam, dhyanam, agnihotram. By the time they get to eat, they don't have coffee in the morning, not possible. Okay, cow's milk, 1 glass of cow's milk, by the time they have, probably it's 9:30, 10, they probably get up at 2:30, 3 in the morning. Typically. And by that time, having chanted this thing for the Yagam, etc., you can imagine how hungry the fellows will be. Okay. But then they'll have to do Madhyanam. Like that it is life. Life is not easy. Tough life. And when they get this break, after they have done everything, they are all pure sitting, then he comes, Sutan comes, they give him a asanam to sit, he sits with great joy, and he asks them, how is your tapas going? He asks the rishis. They say, very well, very fine, but we were very keen to listen to some story from you since you have come. It's a nice break for us. Tell us this story. They request him, they beseech him, and they want him to tell this entire story. This huge story of Mahabharatam, which contains, as I told you last time, what all? Vishnu Sahasranam, Bhagavad Gita, Bhishna Stava, Stotram, Vidraniti, Yaksha Prashnam. What does it not contain? So this Mahabharatam, which has got many meanings, the Mahabharatam itself is explained as Bharavatvacha Bharatam, Mahatvacha Gurutvacha Bharavatvacha Mahabharatam iti uchyate in Sanskrit. Basically it means because of its Mahatvam, greatness. Because of its greatness, its weight, Gurutvam, Bharam. If you keep it on the scales on one side, and if you keep the 4 Vedas on the other side, it was seen that the Bharata was heavier. It was more Bharam. Such a Mahabharam. It is called Mahabharatam. It also is a story of the descendants of Bharata dynasty, not Rama, Lakshmana, Bharata. There is another Bharata, Shakuntala's son. After him only our country is named Bharat. So it's about the descendants of his dynasty. Also it's called Mahabharata, but primarily Mahatvacha, Gurutvacha, Bharavatvacha, Mahabharatam iti uchyate. So that is a story which is being told by Sutar to Shaunakadigal, Shaunaka Rishi and Naimisharanyam. This is the entire story of Bharatam. Alright, now, so as I told you, the very listening of Bharatam purifies the heart, and it's a prayaschittam. I told you all sorts of sins committed that goes away by listening to Bharatam. Ours is the one tradition where by listening to stories you accumulate punyam. You accumulate punyam. You see, you take the other organs of sense. By seeing the image of God, or by seeing things related to God, even nature. Suppose you go down, like my friend did, he had gone to Andaman and Nicobar, he went for a dive, snorkel dive, below the sea, and he says he could not believe the millions of fishes in the coral reefs. Just the sight was absolutely staggering. His mind stopped. The beauty of creation, when you see it in close quarter, it arrests your mind and stops it. That is seeing God. Alright? So if you see God in a temple, or if you think of God, that is by mind, by mouth, by chanting the name of God, by saying Ram, you accumulate But these organs, you see, they do other things. We'll tend to see other things. We tend to think other things. We tend to say many things. But hearing, we don't go around wanting to hear something. It is not a very proactive sense from that point of view. It's a kind of reactive sense. If it comes to you, you hear it. Right? It's a least dangerous of our, you need to keep it slightly higher pedestal than we keep the other organs of our body. Anyway, by listening to the Bharatam, it's a Mahapunyam. Now this Bharatam is now referred to by Vyasa as the story of two trees. You want the bad tree first, the good tree first? I'll tell you the way he tells it. He starts with the bad tree. Vyasa. Whereas, when I heard it, Shegalipuram, he starts with the good tree. When he tells the story, he starts with the good tree. I will start with this. First one. Duryodhano Manyumayo Mahatrumah Skandha Karnah Shakunistasya Shakhaha Dushasana Pushpafale Sabridhe Moolam Raja Dhritarashtra Manishi. I have to go fast forward in my pages to get to that. Where is it? Yeah. There is the two trees. One is the tree of Dharma and the other is the tree of Adharma. We first mentioned the tree of Adharma. This tree of Adharma called Duryodhana, of which the trunk is Karna. Karna was Kunti's son, who was not, but he did not know it. When she was a small child, she had somebody had blessed her with the ability to be able to meditate on the mantras by which she would get a child of the god of that mantra. So she is not even married at that time. So Karna is Suryan's son, but he becomes Duryodhana's friend. He is the best friend of Duryodhana. Friendship of Duryodhana and Karna is only equal to the friendship of Krishna and Arjuna. Good friends, yeah. Very good. Nothing can break them. Duryodhana has two things. Last time I told you one good quality of his. What is it? Does anybody remember? He worships his mother. Second thing, his friendship to Karna is unparalleled. Absolutely unparalleled. His Karna is Suryan's son. Friendship is a very difficult thing, huh? Let me tell you. Very difficult thing. It goes beyond all definition. Right. So, this Karna, since you said, is Duryodhana's friend, but when later in the Mahabharata, when Bhishma is lying in the battlefield on the bed of arrows, Karna has said, I will not fight until Bhishma is the king, is leading. We will come to it later. First 10 days of the war, Karna does not fight. Had Karna fought, it would have been a much different ball game. The greatest fighters. How all God plays, we have to see. Later will come. But then he has great respect for Bhishma. But always he has fought with Bhishma, and Bhishma has fought with him. Bhishma has always fought with him. Why? To ensure that he does not come into the main battle. So when he's lying when everybody has gone, Karna wants to visit him in the night to Bhishma. And when he comes near itself, Bhishma smiles and says, come. So he says, I'm sorry, I just wanted to clarify something before anything can happen. You must have thought, I have always been against you. I wanted to tell you I hold you, how much respect I hold you. I didn't want you to think that I always treated you with contempt. I didn't want you to. So he smiles and says, Karna, you have always been dear to me. The fact is, you never knew it. Anyway, we'll come to that story later, but he recognizes Karna how? Even before he comes. By the light. Karna is Surya's son. Even in the night, he shines. His body shines. He's Surya's son. In fact, he says, when they told me, when I first heard that he was Surya's son, there are few people only know he is Kuntiputran. Krishna knows. Bhishma knows. Bhishma says, I as soon as I heard it, I knew it was true, because from your body light comes. Right? This tree of Adharma called Duryodhana, of which the trunk is Karna. The branch is Shakuni. Crooked branch is Shakuni, the flower and the fruit, Dushasana. Who is Dushasana?
Younger brother of Duryodhana.
What did he do?
Dragged Draupadi.
Dushasanan, terrible fellow who dragged her and then Vastrabharanam of Draupadi. Dushasanan. This Dushasanan, when he does all that, who is the only Pandava brother to get totally shaken?
Bhima.
Bhima takes an oath in that audience. In that oath he takes that this son of a gun's bloody blood I'll drink.
Anshali Sabadaya, I will not tie my hair until I put the blood of my hair.
You got it. This fellow takes that oath. Now this Bhima, in the battle of Mahabharata, when he gets Dushasana, one day in the battle of Mahabharatam, he gets Dushasana. That's exactly what he's looking for. His oath. He lifts him up and under his left hand, he puts him across his shoulder and catches him. Attack. Then he, like a lion, he shouts. Mahanadam he makes. Huge shout. He shouts in the battlefield and everybody knows Bhima. Bhima has got him. Everybody knows, and he shouts. That fellow who tried to uncloth Draupadi. That fellow who caught her by her hair and dragged her. He doesn't name him. Fellow who dragged her by the hair and brought her immodestly and humiliated her. That fellow whom I vowed that I will drink that fellow's blood. I have now caught him and he is now caught in the cage of my hands. He shouts. He is in my hands. If there is a man among you, he shouts at the Kauravas, I give you 1 hour. You have 1 hour, any relative, any friend, anybody from his side, come take him. I give you 1 hour. This guy will live. He screams. If there is a man among you, he says, to Duryodhana, Karna, everybody is giving a challenge. He's caught in the cage of my hands. Come take, and he's got the gada and the other. And this fellow Dushasana, he's caught and he's screaming, Karna and Duryodhana, brother, Anna, save me, shouting. They all come. Thousands of chariots, they come to attack. But that day is Bhima's. That day nothing can stop him. That day he bashes them to pulp, whoever comes in front of him. Nobody can stand in front of Bhima on that day. That Dushasana is the flower and fruit of this Adharma tree. In front of the entire them, he kills Dushasana and he drinks his blood and he takes it to Draupadi. As I told you, when Draupadi wants to get something done, she will always go only to Bhim. So this tree, we saw that it has trunk is Karna, the branches are Shakuni, the flowers and fruits are Dushasana. What is the root of this tree? The root of this tree is Dhritarashtra Amanishi. The brainless Dhritarashtra, mindless Dhritarashtran is the root. Is the root of this entire tree. This Dhritarashtran, in front of him, Draupadi was humiliated. Shouldn't he have stopped it? He was the king in that assembly. His daughter-in-law was humiliated. He is like his daughter-in-law, his brother's daughter-in-law. Is he not like his own daughter-in-law? Now our dharma, for example, Apastambha Sutram, that contains the basic code of conduct for your family line. For example, there, Apastambha Sutram, one line comes, Aranyecha, Striyam, that's a sutra. It means that's all. It means a woman in a forest. A woman and a woman in a forest. That's the sutra. What it indicates is, if you come across a lady in a forest, you can't just go past. You'll have to see what is it. You'll have to help her. Maybe she is lost. What is the scene? Okay. That is our Dharma Shastram. You cannot, suppose in the night, you are going 10:30 in the night, and by the roadside one lady is standing alone. You are not supposed to drive past. What is it? Do you need some help? Nobody will agree that what was done to Draupadi was dharma. It was abject and total and complete adharma. When that spectacle is related by Vyasa, oh, what the drama that is there in that scene is to be seen, is to be heard, to be believed. We are not going into that. But the point is, this tree of adharma, right, is the roots. Dhritarashtra Mani Amanishi. Let us now come back to the good tree. Right? Shall we come back to the good tree? Yudhishthiro Dharmamayo Mahadrumah Skandhorjuno Bhimasenosya Shakaha Maya Madri Sutau Pushpa Phale Samruddhe Moolam Krishno Brahmacha Brahmanascha. This tree is called Yudhishthira. This is the tree of Dharma. It's a huge tree, the Dharma. Of this tree, the trunk is Arjuna. The branches are Bhima. Tough branches. The flowers and fruits are Nakula and Sahadeva. Such is this tree that even in terrific cyclone it will not fall. This is the tree of Dharma. You can subject it to anything. Earthquake, it will stand. This is the tree of Dharma. Who has been to Ramanashramam from here? Among all of you? Tirunnamalai. Alright. As soon as you enter, there is a tree. There is a big, old tree. Just look at that trunk itself, it's got character. A tree. Under the tree, a long line of all the poor people will be fed every day. In Ramanashramam, the animals and birds will be fed. After that, the children will be fed. Then the visitors will be fed. Then Bhagavan will eat. That is this tree. It reminds me of the tree. Now this tree, trees are wonderful. Okay? There are any number of stories associated, like there is the tree in the Samadhi Sthanam of Sadashiva Brahmendra in Nerur. It's a Vilvamaram, where the great saint Sadashiva Brahmendra entered a pit, a life, and took Samadhi. On top there's a tree. There's a tree, Krishna Leela Tarangini is who? Written by? Narayana Tirtha. Narayana Tirtha also took a Jiva Samadhi. He used to meditate under one mango tree. The tree is slightly away from the Samadhi, but all its branches grow towards the Samadhi. No branch goes away. So even in this 20th century you see all of this. What is the miracle? There is no miracle. Fact that you are hungry, you are able to eat, you digest, you sleep, you dream, you get up. All these are all equally miracles. For the hand to just move and lift this page is a very complicated task of the machine of human body. A robot cannot, even today's technology, be trained to quickly flick a page like this. So complicated is the nervous system and this entire thing, this miracle that God has created. Even in a human being, forget the other things. That's why in Gita, Lord Krishna says, Vimudha nanupashyanti. Only the idiots don't see God. So, coming back to this tree of, I'll come to that. Listening to the story of Bhagavan, listening to the story of Krishna, apparently Krishna himself likes it. So he listens to it from your heart. When his story is being told, that Krishna is the root of this tree. What else is the root? Krishna, Moolam Krishno Brahmacha Brahmanascha. Brahma is God or Godhood in its supreme form, that is non-dual form, formless God. Uru illada devam, God. Brahma Brahmanascha, those who, the repositories of Veda, the people who repositories of Veda, the Brahma, that is the godless, and Krishna. This is the moolam of this tree. Appaya Dikshita in this commentary of Bharatam here says, Brahmam here refers to Sarveshwara, Shivan, Ishwaran. And when you say Brahmanas, it also includes the Vedas. So therefore it is Vishnu, Shiva, the Veda and the people, repositories of Veda. All four are included in this. Mahabharatam contains Shiva Sahasranamam. Before Vishnu Sahasranamam, Bhishma says the Shiva Sahasranamam. Shiva story is told also in Bharatam. So the root of this tree is this Krishna, Brahma, Brahmana. So this is the root of this tree of Dharma. See, the people who worship the sages and saints, apparently their Jatagam, astrologers will not read. It doesn't make sense, they'll say. It says something, but something else happens. They will change it. Okay? It will be there, the Jatagam fellow will not survive 32. He will have Sadabhishekam. Why? He worshipped saints and sages. He worshipped Krishna. Saints and sages is the immediate presence of God. So, that is the root of that tree. Let's now proceed a little bit faster. Okay. Adharma tree, we are through with the Adharma tree and Dharma tree both. Now this Dharma, Vyasa says, is your only friend, bandhu, relative, whatever you call it. Dharma. When the time comes when you have to go, your wife, your husband, your father, your mother, your friends, your relatives, all the servants, the horses, the elephants, the cars, the estate in Ooty will not come with you. Won't come. The degrees you have collected, the money you made, the bank balance, all the dresses and matching jewelry in your cupboard. It will not come. No use that I am dying without matching dress. No point. Won't come with you. What comes with you? The dharma you have done. If you have taken care, like Aranyecha Striyam, some lady in difficulty, you bailed out. Or some old man was there who couldn't cross the road, a blind man could not cross, you helped. That comes with you. That comes with you like a mountain, says Vyasa. The good that you have done comes with you. That is why you have to be careful and do dharma, and you have to do dharma, and you have to do dharma. If after listening to Bharatam still you do the adharma, then the result is very simple, it seems. You don't get human birth. You will be born like one mosquito, or like a scorpion, or one Natwa Kili, and you will go and bite somebody who is listening to Bharatam. Durjanma. When you do adharma, you will get a durjanmam. It's easy. You see all these people they are doing adharmam, they will all get durjanmam. And python they will be born as forever to sit in one forest trying to waiting for something to eat. The point is, the body, human body, shariram khalu dharma sadhanam, is being given the narajanmam, human birth. Every saint, you look at Shankara, you read whoever, they all praise, they say you are very lucky to have been born as a human being, don't waste this opportunity. Okay, so this is the case of the human body. Now this Bharatam has got 1 lakh verses, I said. This one Bharatam is divided into 18 parvas, 18 major parvams means set of chapters, starting with Adi Parvam. Vyasa wrote the Puranas. How many Puranas did he write? 18 Puranas. He wrote the Bharatam, which has got 18 parvams. He wrote the Bhagavad Gita, which has got how many chapters? How many days was the Mahabharata war?
18 days.
How many Akshauhinis, which means battalions, fought in the Mahabharata war? 18. You're right. Guesswork. Not too bad. Akshauhinis is approximately, I think, a little over 2 lakhs of people. In the Mahabharata war, apparently in those days, about 40 lakh people died. In those days, in a battle. around, no, a little bit more than, it's about 38, 40 lakhs died. Alright, 18 Akshahunis, 11 on Kaurava side, 7 in Pandava side, got finished in Mahabharata war. 18 in Sanskrit is called Jayam, victory. There is a method by which each letter has got a number, and there is a method by which it is constructed that a Jayam is Ja stands for 8, Ya stands for 1, it is reversed because of a certain norm, it is 18, Jayam. So this Jayo Nama Itihasoyam Shrotavyo Vijigishuna, this is what Vyasa says. This Mahabharatam's name, the alternative name is Jayam. Jayo Nama Itihasam. Last time I was telling you that some people say you should not keep Mahabharatam in your house. And I also said that that's all crap and nonsense because I heard Variyar saying, will you say you should not light a lamp in your puja room? And then later I heard Chengalpur Mantrama Dikshithar also saying, Bharatam should be kept in the house. It is Jayam. A person should have Ramayanam, Bharatam and Bhagavatam in the house. It's a good thing. Anyway, so this Mahabharatam is in 18 parvas. The first parva starts, Adi Parvam, starts with that Narayanam, Namaskritya, Naram, Chapurushottamam, Devim, Saraswatim, Vyasam, Tato Jayam Udire. That is the start, Adi Parvam. Adi Parvam contains the story of, we will have next class the proper story starting of Bharatam, Bhishma Pratigna. Adi Parvam contains the story of Bhishma, his vow of Brahmacharya that he takes, the story of the birth of Pandavas and the Kauravas, the Vidyabhyasam of Pandavas and Kauravas, the Swayamvaram of Draupadi. All that is there in the Adi Parvam. Then it goes to Sabha Parvam. Sabha Parvam is where the gambling takes place. One Shakuni. You'll just put it and say, I won it. Draupadi Vastrabharanam takes place. Sabha Parvam. Then Vana Parvam. Forest. Banished. In our tradition, forest is very important. Rama banished forest, Pandava banished forest. In our own life, Brahmacharya ashram, Grahastha ashram, Vanaprastha. We're supposed to go to forest. Forest, you cannot kill forest. Forest is very important. Vanaparvam. Vanaparvam, they suffer and they suffer and they suffer. It's in Vanaparvam, things get so difficult. Bhima tells Yudhishthira, you allow me, I will not take up arms. Let me tell you, I will not take up my gadai. With my own hands, I will go and finish the Kauravas and come. You just tell me, let me go, he says. He's not able to handle it. Bhima tells Yudhishthira. And Yudhishthira does not allow. He says that will not be dharma. They have endless difficulties, Shramam, in Vanaparvam. But they also have the greatest time. Why? Throughout Vanaparvam, they are listening to stories. They listen to the story, the Nalan story of Nala Damayanti comes in. Vanaparvam, the story of Harishchandra, the story of Rama, the stories of Savitri and Satyavan, the story of Yaksha Prashnam, Dharmo Vyasa Upakyanam, Pashupatam, Durvasa Bhiksha, Akshaya Patram. Akshaya Patram story, if you hear, all Daridryam is supposed to go. Surya Stotram. Stories after stories are told in Vanaparvam. They are in good time. Duryodhana will get, his spies will tell him, sir, they are having good time listening to stories. Yeah, he gets wild. He wants them to have bad time, they are having good time. Listening, but otherwise they are having very difficult time. That is the time when Draupadi, Kashappa, she'll keep on biting Yudhishthira. What dharmam, nonsense, dharmam, what bloody crap. Because of you we are stuck here. Look at Bhima, she'll say to Yudhishthira. Look at Bhima. You know how he was? You remember him when we were in good times? He used to lie down. And he used to have, in the palace, he used to have 1,000 servants. At his beck and call, they used to put chandanam on his big body. Chandanam they used to put. And with peacock feather, they used to fan him. Right? He used to have silk dresses. And he used to be put, flowers used to be put for Bhima. That Bhima is walking around, look at him, like so dirty. Hair disheveled, he's barefoot. How can you even see this? How are you able to see this? Stare. What dharma? Draupadi is a tough lady, yeah? She just takes off. Yudhishthira has a tough time. In fact, at the end of Vanaparva, he says, I have full sympathy for anybody who is leading a household. One should not be the head of a household. It's full of trouble, peril, he says. Okay, that is the Vanaparva. Then comes the Virata Parvam. Virata Parvam, if you hear, it will rain. Virata Parvam contains the Bija Mantram for rain. When Virata Parvam Prasangam is done, it rains. When that Parva is told, it rains. There are certain parts of it, when it finishes, it always rains. Right. That is a time when that Agyatavasam after 12 years. Sorry? After 12 years, Agyatavasam 1 year in Virata Desha. They are there, na? The Pandavas are there in disguise. Bhima is disguised as a cook. Bhima takes disguise as cook. He needs to be near food. Big problem for him. He becomes cook. Like that, they're all in disguise. Okay, Kichaka Vadam. The queen's brother Kichakan tries to molest Draupadi. That is Virata Parvam. Terrible time. Now, in that Parvam, Duryodhana is now free. 13th year is searching. If he finds them during Agyatavasam, the obligation is another 12 years of Vanavasam and one more. That is the thing. So his spies are all over the place looking for Pandavas. All over the place. And they are not able to find. He is desperate. Then he calls Bhishma and everybody. And then he is a very intelligent man. He says, Sir, tell us in something, give me a clue. What kind of place will it be where Dharmaputra and the brothers will be there? He says, I don't know what place. But the place where they will be there, Dharmam will be happening. Ishti Yaham will be happening. All good things people will be doing. It will rain. The birds, the flowers, the animals will all be in peace. Nobody will fight each other. It will be absolute dharma. Clink, it hits him. That's Virata Desha, he says. One part of it falls in his brain. Duryodhana. There must be. Right? Shukracharya, the one of, I don't want to go. Yeah. Shukracharya has written something, Shukraniti. Shukraniti is about economics. Like Arthashastra, Kautilya is about economics, it's about economics. And in that economics, 5 adhyayams are there. And in that, all that 5 adhyayams is how to make India into America. India was America in those days. Fully about economics. Having read that, his disciple goes to him and tells to Shukracharya, he asks him, Sir, you have written all how to make wealth, but sir, how to get happiness? He says, this book is not about how to get happiness, it is about how to get wealth. If you want to know about how to get happiness, you go and read Dharma Shastram. Okay? Sukham tu na vina dharma, tasmat dharma paro bhavet. Without doing dharma, there is no happiness. Therefore, do dharma. Be steadfast in dharma. That is Shukra says. Right? Now, Udyoga Parva is the next one. Like that, there are 18 Parvas. I don't want to go into all of that. There are 18 Parvas of Mahabharatam. Dharme cha, arthe cha, kame cha, mokshe cha, bharatar cha, yadihasti, tartadanate, yatrayaste, natat kvachit. This Mahabharata is so huge. Whatever is there in this world is there in this Bharatam. What is not there in this Bharatam does not exist anywhere. Every aspect of human behavior, emotion, every aspect of the universe, everything that is ever possible in every Veda, every Shastra, everything, as I said, I gave you a huge list last time, is contained in this Bharatam. In that, I was telling you about in the Vanaparva, Draupadi used to keep on nagging him. Nag. Every Yudhishthira had to listen. Then Finally, he says, listen. She says, what dharma? What dharma? She keeps asking him. So he says, I am bound by it. I cannot do anything. I am bound by dharma. But I tell you one thing. This bondage, this binding will also be removed. She says, how and when by whom? He says, Krishna. Krishna will remove this bondage of my dharma. But I myself cannot remove it. I am bound by it. Do you understand? Why one has to, you see, the God is beyond good and beyond evil. But to reach Him is only way is good. Goodness. And when you do that, finally He will unwind that bondage of dharma also. Lalita Sahasranam is called Dharma Vivarjita. She is beyond dharma and adharma. Ambal is beyond dharma and adharma. But we humans are within dharma and adharma. We cannot promote ourselves to God's level and say we are also beyond dharma and adharma. Now, my conscience is clear. Cannot say that. Right? But so beautifully Yudhishthira puts it to Draupadi, I am bound by dharma, I cannot help it. But Vasudeva will I have faith in Vasudeva, he will save me and he will unwind this bondage. So with that we are coming to the close. I think is that time or we have 5 more minutes. Sharirena kritam papam vachacha manasaivacha sarve santyajik kshipram yaidam shrunuyan naraha. The sins committed by the body or by speech or by mind, all will go away by listening to this Bharata. We are starting next class with the story of Bhishma Pratigya. Namah Parvati Pate Janaki Kanta Smaranam Gopika Jivana Smaranam Vetrivel Muruganukku Sri Sadguru Swaminah Sri Anjaneya Swaminah